More arrests in the Thabo Bester case.
Accused number 1, accused number 3, number 4, number 6, number 7, and number 9. All of you will remain in custody until then.
Victory for Oscar Mabuyane. The SIU must now back off from investigating him. The billions lost and millions needed for the victims of the worst floods in 25 years. Searching for a missing submarine, looking for the Titanic wreckage. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton. These are the top stories.
This is Eyewitness News.
Cell phones and bank statements could soon lead to the arrest of at least 3 more people in the escape case of the murder convict Thabo Bester. Bester appeared virtually in the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court this morning. His partner, Nandipa Magudumana, her father, Zolile Sekeleni, 5 former G4S employees, and Zimbabwean national Zanda Moyo appeared in person. The matter against all the accused was postponed to August the 8th for further investigations.
Police are still busy analyzing the cell phone and bank statements. So that is basically the period that we think the investigation shall have been completed.
Bester has also swapped out his attorney, appointing Kabelo Mati. This after both his former attorneys were facing serious criminal charges themselves, one charged with corruption and the other with attempted rape and assault. Citrusdal, the town that's almost impossible to get to. Cut off after the devastating Western Cape floods, with the access bridge closed again. Residents there are reliant on handouts until the waters abate and the infrastructure is fixed.
It's too much damage which happened there because I lost most of my clothes and the clothing and some grocery which I had there. Everything was just was spoiled up by waters.
Flood damage could be up to 1 billion rand for the province's agricultural sector. The Provincial Disaster Management Centre says its teams are still hard at work providing relief to areas underwater. At least 2 people have died in the floods. Eastern Cape Premier Oscar Mabuyane has won his bid to interdict the Special Investigating Unit from probing his qualifications. Mabuyane is accused of fraudulently being admitted to the master's program at Fort Hare University and changing the master's in admin qualification into a doctorate. President Cyril Ramaphosa instructed the SIU to investigate irregularities and corruption at the varsity.
Eastern Cape Premier Oscar Mabuyane has won his bid to interdict the SIU from probing his qualifications. Mabuyane is accused of fraudulently being admitted at Fort Hare University, amongst other allegations. Mabuyane's application consists of 2 parts. Part A is looking to interdict the SIU from investigating him as part of the corruption at Fort Hare, and Part B is seeking to set aside the proclamation and have it considered unlawful and invalid. The judgment on Part B is still pending. Mabuyane says this is the start of his vindication in the matter. The university says its legal counsel is still looking at the judgment and will issue a statement once it is ready. However, it will continue to fight corruption at the university. Sipa Kema, Eyewitness News, East London.
The Nelspruit Specialised Commercial Crimes Court heard how dodgy land deals that cost the Mpumalanga Human Settlement Department some 74 million rand were originally pitched at an even higher price. Former State Security Minister and ANC MP Bongo and 16 others are now facing criminal charges over the deals in which the prices of 2 farms purchased for housing were allegedly heavily inflated. Bongo was head of the department's legal services at the time. The trial got into its second day today with the head of the department's supply chain management unit, Thabo Mashile, taking the stand as the state's first witness. It's alleged that the accused inflated the price of a piece of land known as Nauport farm from the 15 million the owners were asking to a whopping 37.5 million and pocketed the surplus for themselves.
The price from the rep of the seller was higher than what we were bargaining for, because I think it was 30-something million, but we could not afford that price. So we had to agree to cut it down.
Nothing in Andre de Ruyter's TV interview brought Eskom into disrepute, according to Eskom's head of legal, Mel Govender. She says she would not have advised that the employment of the former CEO be terminated immediately after an explosive television interview in February. De Ruyter was at the time already serving out his 3-month resignation.
My view is that nothing in the interview brought Eskom into disrepute. Nothing that was said is completely news to Eskom.
Scopa is still probing the corruption allegations made by de Ruyter, which have now also been published in a book. An international operation is underway deep in the waters of the Atlantic Ocean. Their mission is to find a submersible vessel carrying 5 people to observe the wreckage of the Titanic. British billionaire explorer Hamish Harding and renowned French diver Paul-Henri Nagelot are understood to be on board the missing Titanic tourist submarine. Contact with the small vessel was lost about an hour and 45 minutes into its dive to the wreck site on Sunday. Now, time is a critical factor. The vessel only has a range of 96 hours. The Titanic wreck, sunk in 1912, is located about 600 kilometers off the coast of Newfoundland in Canada. That's it. See you for more tomorrow. Remember to like and subscribe.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.